Hi, everybody. Things north have changed around a little bit. I moved my microphone over here because it kept falling off over there. So on this side, this clamps down better and holds it in place. I was considering getting a new stand microphone, which is better, but I might still look at doing that because I had this for what, 4 years now, 4 or 5 years now. I think longer than that. Anyway, it's getting there. You know, they got a lot of use almost 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Anyways, you can see sitting here is Loki, and he's been demanding, he wants attention, right? You want attention? Hmm? And so he's going to help me out with the show, right? So anyway, of course, yesterday was no, like everybody kind of ignored it. April Fools didn't really participate in it. Um, of course, yesterday I went to my dentist on the personal side. Went to the dentist, got 3 of my fillings fixed, and this tooth over here has been saved. And thank you, Loki. And this tooth over here has been saved, and it's much better. He said it wasn't bad as they first thought, so, which is good. So I don't see him again at the dentist again until August for my teeth cleaning, and then we'll just do it in stages. Okay, I'm trying to get all my dental work back to on track since 4 years ago. Uh, or 5 years ago when COVID was raging, and so it was kind of interrupted. Anyway, today we're going to talk about Wisconsin State Supreme Court judge, actually the federal judge, judgeship, but she does state as well. Her name is Susan Crawford, and she stated that courts are not for sale. And she's right. They are not for sale. And she defeated this other guy who was a MAGA Doge enthusiast. And he made some critical mistakes in his campaign. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. By the way, stay alert. There's a whole bunch of severe weather coming our way. So when you get a chance, watch seethestorm.net. Vince Watley, it's spelled differently than my last name. He does storm chasing, but he keeps everybody informed, those that live in the Midwest. And you get to ride along in his car. He does all the live videos on it and live broadcasts. So everybody can see how the storms work and what to look for and everything. And plus you get your warnings. So you might want to look at doing that. Oh, rain and snow? Well, they're predicting tornadoes, severe thunderstorms. Uh, um, Depends on, of course, what part of Wisconsin's getting hit. But most of the storm is like Missouri area, Missouri southeast area, Midwest area. And so they're getting clobbered. So watch yourself because the storms do have a tendency. Okay, well, they do have a tendency to change real fast. knowing Mother Nature. But anyway, with the Wisconsin State Supreme Court uh, winner, Susan Crawford, um, she'll just make sure everything is going to be secure for the Wisconsin. Um, she's making sure she's going to be fighting Trump, and she did give Doge and Trump a strong head slap. What they did, and so did the people of Wisconsin did. Um, and Musk really has no business in interfering in elections and bribing people. That's illegal. That's very much illegal, and the guy should be in prison for it. Should be in jail. So anyway, in the Florida races, of course, they lost, but they still have midterms are still going to happen. So these races were kind of late in the game. They lost two of their representatives earlier, and it was kind of this just happened. Well, I guess when Trump was elected into office, and the two either resigned or died just prior to being sworn in. So they had to do another special election for those in Florida. And also wanted to replace what was it, one other person. I think that one other person went into the Trump administration, so. But they said there's a good, strong chance things will flip next year. Because next year is the midterms. Okay? And on the sad news, I don't know if you heard about it. You remember Val Kilmer, the actor who, Val Kilmer, he did Top Gun. He was like Iceman in Top Gun, fighter pilot. And then he also did Doc Holliday in Tombstone. He died from complications from throat cancer. He had pneumonia, and so that basically what did him in. The guy was 65 years old, which is younger than me, and that's pretty young for him. So I wish his family well. Prayers and hugs to the family, to his family and everything, and that was really a shame. When I heard that he had throat cancer within the last year, 2 years, I knew it wasn't going to last long. So, what? I'm in the middle of doing my... Oh, you want to go to the window? Here. Okay. There you go. What am I going to do with him? What am I going to do with you? So anyway, again, it's sad. Oh, and also yesterday, Loki, I'm trying to do my show and you're interrupting me. What am I going to do with you? Can you either move or lay down? Yeah, I love you too. You going to move or lay down? They can't see me. I hope he's making you laugh, Nancy. Loki is. That's my phone. Of course you heard yesterday that Cory Booker did a marathon speech on the Senate floor. he basically trained for it. What he did was he did 2 days of fasting, and then he did not hydrate, did not drink anything, because he knew he was going to be doing that marathon. And the guy's in pretty good shape, really. Um, and of course, now the speech and everything is over with. I'm sure he's back on track now, hydrating and eating and everything. Um, so yeah, he did a marathon speech. I didn't hear what he was saying or anything, um, but I'm glad that Midas Touch was keeping track of all that was going on, and um, I don't know if this is true or not, or this is. I don't know how trustworthy Newsweek is. You want to move? I'm trying to do my show. Thank you. Cats are so demanding, right? Either move or lay down. People see me do this. I said that he doesn't mind that at all, right? About an hour earlier, he got sick, so something's upsetting him. But I'm happy for Cory Booker. Another thing I would like to see him do is run for president. Him or Pete Buttigieg or Sheldon Whitehouse. Of course, that'd be a running joke. If Sheldon Whitehouse became president of the United States, it'd be a running joke. Go, well, White House is in the White House, but he would probably laugh about that. But we do now need to get that administration replaced. Trump needs to be replaced now, not down the road. They need to take off the kid gloves and stop being chickens, which the MAGAs are chickens. They sworn an oath to the Constitution. If they're not going to follow the Constitution, then they have no business being there. Because I remember when Nixon got into trouble, a lot of the Republicans in both the House and the Senate said, if we suggest that he either resign on his own or we will start impeachment proceedings of the stunt that he pulled for entering the Democratic office. Times were different back then. They went by the rule of law. Okay? Nixon committed a felony, and he was the instigator of that felony. And he knew that he committed that felony, because comparison between felon 47 and President Nixon was a trained lawyer. He knew the law. Okay? He knew what he did wrong, and also he was trying to quash some of the First Amendment speech, what's being said and everything against him, just like Trump is trying to. Well, that didn't work, because he got slapped back on that really hard. Just as right now, Trump, felon 47, is being slapped back hard, and so is Musk. Musk is like Trump in many ways. He kind of craves on attention. And now we've been hearing rumors that Tesla, and because their sales are tanking, because Musk is basically neglecting his companies. That's what he's doing, because he's so busy focusing on Doge. Well, you know what? I think SpaceX, Tesla, Boring, X, or Twitter, whatever they call it, those four companies' boards need to throw him off. They need to kick him out. Not pay him 1 red cent of uh, exit money whatsoever. Not pay him 1 red cent and fire him. Because I'm sure they'll and then make those companies employee owned. I'm sure they'll do great. SpaceX is doing fine just right now because Maria Shotwell, the uh, president of SpaceX, she's been directing everything. So she knows what's what. She is a scientist herself. Uh, she's an astrophysicist herself. So she knows how everything works. And I think now the company's boards need to give him the boot. SEC need to put their foot down on him too. So anyway, we'll just keep on going the next few days. Trump was supposed to today also do the Liberation Day or whatever he calls it on the terrace. Well, it's not Liberation Day, it's more like Screw Over Day, in my view. Why is he doing this? What's his problem? Why is he going after the rest of the other countries? He's not helping things any. Frankly, I think tariffs should be banned completely. And they obviously also there was another explanation too, is that tariffs, there were tariffs, but they were like 1%. You know, it wasn't really all that much. And which didn't really bother any other countries. Would go, well, you know, 1%, no big deal. But when you push it up to 25 to 30%, everything else, you're causing the cost to go up, and both sides lose. So frankly, I think Congress needs to put their foot down and tell him no. You cannot do that. And half the time he keeps doing these executive orders, and I think to me, that's like saying that's all he knows. He doesn't know how anything works in government. If he wanted to change something, change a law or something, submit a bill. Send a bill to Congress and then have them hash it out. That's how it's done. Very rarely the last few presidents we had did an executive order. President Biden maybe did one or two, I think it is, because a lot of them did not, the two of them he did not really require a congressional approval, okay? Rest of the bills that he wanted to change, push through, yeah, they required congressional approval. So he had to send those in, and then they had to hash it out. Then when it's hashed out, both sides approve of it, then they send the bills to the president's desk, and then he has a choice of either keeping it or vetoing it. That's how it goes. It's very, very simple. If people don't understand how the bill process works in Congress, there are mini civic courses you could take through YouTube. It gives you kind of I took a couple, it gave me kind of a civics review. And it doesn't hurt to learn. And, another thing too, I don't know if you guys heard on the news. Up here in my hometown of Puyallup, there is cases of whooping cough going around. It's also known as pertussis, but it's called whooping cough. And a number of kids are now in the hospital with it. Some adults could get it too if they're not vaccinated for it. Parents need to start vaccinating their kids. Period. No excuses. And some parents don't do it because of religious reasons. You need to do it now to protect your kid and protect everybody else. Okay. I was vaccinated for whooping cough. Okay. A lot of my friends have been vaccinated for whooping cough. So parents, please start, and grandparents, please start encouraging your kids to vaccinate their kids. Very, very important. And RFK doesn't seem to understand that. Well, then he should not be head of Health and Human Services. Okay. Now, our Health and Human Services here in Washington State told RFK to go take a flying leap. We have a state law that all kids have to be vaccinated, except for kids that have a severe allergy or severe reaction to a certain vaccine. When they vaccinate them to whatever the disease they're being vaccinated for. Some do have a reaction. Now, with the case with me, I was vaccinated twice for measles. Guess what? It didn't work. First time it didn't work. I caught measles. Unfortunately, I gave it to a grade school friend of mine. She didn't appreciate it, but we had no control over it. And then I got over that. I was out of school for about a couple weeks because I also had bronchitis with it. I was like in first grade with it. I was in first grade. I was like 7, 8 years old when I came down with it. Then after I got over that, and then at age 28, I came down with measles again. So my vaccines did not work. My body rejected the vaccines. It's what they found out. So it happens with some people. Now, anyway, it's about time to sign off. Let me check my calendar. I will see you on Friday, the 4th, at 1 o'clock, usual time. And I'll get more stuff together. And I'll see you later. Take care. Love you guys. Okay. Bye-bye.